What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, Big Joe, and alongside me, as always, we have my esteemed co-host, Mr. Julio Don. Tell him what's up, Julio.
What it do, baby?
We're going to start off the show like we do every week. We already know how we do this. This should not be new.
Tell them how we do it.
This should not be new to anybody. We starting off with the motherfucking Fragrance Friday Review.
Motherfucking Fragrance Friday Review. Let's get it.
And in this episode of our Fragrance Friday Review, we're going to review an affordable alternative to one of my all-time favorite compliment getters, and that is Parfums de Marly's Percival.
Uh-oh.
And if you want something in this space, but you ain't trying to pay $300, $400, $500.
$500.
You can pick up Kaaf by Ahmed Al Maghribi. Al Maghribi, my bad. Ahmed Al Maghribi. Julio gets tickled by that. I don't know. Look at that. Noise. Look at the juice on that.
Look at the juice, bruh. That juice is
nice.
diabolical.
Nice. So you can pick up Kaaf at a fraction of the price. I think I saw it on Amazon for under $35.
That is
so
correct.
about 1/10 the cost
Definitely.
of what you pay for something like a Parfums de Marly Percival.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kaaf was launched in 2022 per Fragrantica. Fragrantica says it is top notes of lavender, which this does have lavender, watermelon, Sicilian orange, and red fruits. Middle notes of lily of the valley, jasmine, and lotus. And you have base notes of musk, sandalwood, and ambroxan, which you do get that here. Sandalwood, musk, and ambroxan, you definitely get that with.
And
with
if you notice, you get a way better, in my opinion, it looks better. The pressurized atomizer that comes with it.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
I don't understand how a lot of these more high-end fragrance companies don't spend the money on a nice
Atomizer. For sure, bro. It's
you know what I'm saying? A pressurized atomizer, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That goes a long way in the presentation to me.
For sure. It does. For me, too. I think all of the ones that we've gotten that are inspired by fragrances, you know, it's just one of those things to where whenever you hit the atomizer and it's pressurized, it just gives it that presentation that you're looking for. It gives it that almost like a cherry on top of a dessert, just like perfect. It makes it perfect. It makes the fragrance that much better. For me, you know, I picked it up, just like Joe said, I picked it up off of Amazon. I think I paid, I want to say $26, $28 for this fragrance. So like he said, a fraction of what PDM's Sedley, right? Or Percival, what that cost. I think I saw the bottle of Percival for like $4.50 online or $3.50, something like that, somewhere within that range. So again, for what you're getting out of this, if this comes close, and I've heard a lot of different reviewers review this fragrance and say that it comes within that 85-ish, 90% closeness to that fragrance. The opening is exactly the same. From what I've heard, a lot of different reviewers say about this fragrance is it is a tad bit sweeter. It's a little bit more youthful than the original. The original is more, I would say, more of a grown-up type of smell.
Yeah, this is definitely more mature, refined.
Don't get me wrong. This thing smells good. It smells really, really good. And if it comes close to what you have there in your hand at a fraction of the price, I'm going to go for this all day, every day. It does have very good longevity. Of course, you guys saw the atomizer. The atomizer is phenomenal. The presentation, again, beautiful bottle. It is a fingerprint magnet, so if you're just handling it with your hands and you have oil or something, or maybe just ate a burger or something, you don't want to touch the bottle because you'll have fingerprints all over it. But it is a fingerprint magnet. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I think when I told Joe that I had received it and I opened it up for the first time and I sprayed it on, I wore it for the first couple of days. And to me, this is more of a special occasions type of fragrance. It isn't something that I would daily wear. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
You could daily wear it if you want to, if you wanted it to make it your kind of like your signature fragrance. I can see somebody doing that, but I see this more of a special occasions, maybe date night kind of fragrance that you can use and utilize this in that kind of space. I wouldn't necessarily call this a daily driver. This is more of that, you know, like I said, special occasions, date night, going out, you know, company, party vibes, that kind of thing. It's not necessarily a, oh, I'm going to wear this all the time type of fragrance. Yeah. And that's just my opinion. And I just think that just because it leans a little bit more towards the sweet side, it has more of a youthful, playful type of fragrance to it, to where, especially if you're going to go out in the club and stuff like that, you want to stick out a little bit. This thing projects like crazy. It really, especially if you're in a warm room, bro, it's going to be projecting like crazy. And so I would definitely wear this like sometime in the wintertime, just because it'll tone it down a little bit. If you spray a lot, if you're one of those people that likes to spray, you know, 20, 30 sprays to get it on you, then, you know, it's going to stay on there. I think I sprayed it on my skin. It lasted, I want to say, close to 10 to 12 hours. On my clothes, it lasted 2 whole days, bro. Like, it stayed on there. It stayed on there. And I was like, geez, Louise. Like, I picked up my shirt and I was like, damn, that's still on there. Like, on there. It smells like I literally just sprayed it. So can't say enough good things about this. I do enjoy it. I do like it. It has a very, you can definitely get the lavender scents out of it. You can get some of that citrus in there. It has a very, in my opinion, like a high quality shampooish type of fragrance to it. And I do love this scent, but I wouldn't call it a daily. I would say special occasions type of fragrance for me.
Yeah, this is like a nice blue fragrance, a little bit more upscale.
Yes.
If Kaaf is close to Percival, then that's a fragrance. For me, this is a first impression fragrance. Mm-hmm, if you're trying to make a good first impression, rock something like this, because this is something that, let's say you meet a girl or a guy. I do think it could be unisex, in my opinion.
I do think so as well.
It leans a little more masculine. It's got a little bit of woodiness to kind of give it a more masculine appeal. But you wear this for the first time when you're making that first impression, and I promise you, they will not have ever smelled this on somebody else. You wear something like a Creed, a Baccarat, Sauvage. Mm-hmm. Those things, hey, they're duped to eternity for a reason. There's a reason why everybody makes some inspired by of those. You get something like this, like Kaaf, and you put it on, I promise you, not everybody has smelled something like this. This is very unique.
Very.
For what it is, this is outside the normal day-to-day. Now, I'm not saying this is groundbreaking, revolutionary, but this is something that just kind of sets you apart. It gives the person that's experiencing it for the first time, like, ooh, that's different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
not something I'm used to.
Yeah.
So I think you get you something like this, I'm going to ask you first. Based on my Percival, I know what I would rock this at, especially with some of the results I've gotten and the compliments and things like that. On a scale of 1 to 10 on your panty dropper meter, where would you rate something like this?
Something like this.
Are you getting draws with this, or is this more like I'm gonna take you home and give you a kiss on the cheek because it's a little bit more of that kind of scent?
And so again, because it from my understanding, it leans a little bit more sweeter. It's a lot more youthful and whatnot. It is like you said, I love the way you described it as far as being a very good first impressions type of fragrance, because just like Joe said, if you put something like this on, they're not gonna forget you. You will definitely be remembered just based on the scent. Like, that's how nice it is. Now, on the panty dropping scale, in my opinion, I would say this is, even though it's nice, and I would rock this for like a date night and everything else, I would say this is closer for me about 7.5 for me on that scale. And we're going 1 to 10, 7.5 for me. This is where that's gonna land. It's
That's
very
getting
nice
you about
fragrance.
second base.
I would say so. Yeah, you definitely going home. That's for damn sure. Now, are you going to make it all the way once you get there?
That's a little make-out session on the couch. Make-out session on the couch.
That depends on you, player. That depends on you. You know what I'm saying? But it will leave a lasting impression. I can say that for a fact. I can say that for certain. It is something that you will be remembered by. I'm pretty sure that there will be people out there that just love and gravitate towards this type of fragrance, and other people that are going to be, that kind of, for me, it's leaning a little bit too sweet for me. I'm one of those that when I smelled it, it smells great. It has a very nice scent profile and everything else to it, but to me, it's just a little bit too sweet. And I think it's because of that whole, I can definitely see this as a unisex type of fragrance, that it can lean both ways. For me, that's why it kind of gives me that. For me, when I'm thinking that kind of sexy, panty dropping type of fragrance, I need a more that masculine, that I'm a man type fragrance, and this, it does give you that vibe, but not as much. It's like in the middle there. So 7.5 for me.
Good deal. I think for me, man, I think you wear something like a Percival. We've reviewed it on the channel. To me, this is a solid 8.8, 8.9. Like, I really feel like.
Keep in mind though, your fragrance is a lot more mature than this fragrance. Right. So there is a bit of a difference. And from what I've heard, a lot of people that have reviewed both fragrances, they say that where you can tell the difference is on the dry down. Once it starts to dry down, that's when you kind of get the difference between the two. And one, you get a more mature, powdery, nice, musky smooth smell, musky smell, and that comes from Percival. And if you want something that's a lot sweeter, that's going to be a little bit more leaning towards cloyingness and whatnot, then you go. We
going with the F boy, that more F boy.
Yeah, that's more of that kind of energy. So I mean, I agree with you. If Percival does smooth out and dry down a whole lot smoother and nicer, then I would say yes. That sounds like a fragrance that I would probably rock way more than Kaaf, as far as that goes.
Yeah. So, and would you say that it's a year round, or is it certain seasons? Because I know these are considered freshies.
So I would say that I can see this fragrance being used year round. Me personally, I think that I would use it more closer to fall, winter time, just because of how sweet it is on the back end for me on the Kaaf. Because the dry down you still get that very sweet smell from it. And it kind of stands out a little bit, and it projects a lot. So for me, I would say fall, winter time for me is when I would use this, even though it's a fresh and it's a beautiful, gorgeous fragrance again. But I would use this more towards fall, winter time, just because it's that loud when it projects. It's not nuclear by any stretch of the means, but once you get close to it, it's like, damn, that's sweet. Like, that's sweet. So yeah, I would recommend it fall, winter time for me.
And would you recommend it for 30 and up, 20 and up?
Oh,
where would you put this in? Like, what's a good age range?
I wouldn't say that this is grown and sexy. I mean, you can lean it towards there every now and then if you want to kind of use it for that. It's more for me, like, a younger crowd. Like, I would say, 20s to early 30s. That's what I would say. That's the kind of demographic I would stick to. That's where you kind of want to use this type of fragrance. At our age, we want something a little bit more grown, a little bit more worn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have that nice fragrance. So yeah, I mean, for me, That would be more of a 20, 30-year-old kind of fragrance, not a old man like myself type fragrance. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the in-depth review. I'm sure the audience at home will appreciate it as well, and I think you did a really good job of just kind of giving everybody an idea. The big thing that I think we focused on was just the sweetness of Kaaf and how that just kind of really differentiates it from the original Percival. Mm-hmm. But like we said, if you can tolerate more of a sweetness and you get it in that same ballpark for a fraction of the cost,
retail is for suckers. Remember that. Retail is for suckers.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So good stuff, Julio. Appreciate you, my boy.